If you've never driven an RC boat, it's definitely something you should pick up and give a shot. It is very fun to rip a boat through the water, shoot up a rooster tail, and it always turns heads. It's a blast. And I highly recommend something like this because recently on the channel, we featured a $700 RC boat. And as amazing as that is, let's face it, not everybody has $700 to drop on an RC boat. So we like to show things that are right around that $100 or cheaper mark too, so everybody can afford to get into the hobby. This is the Atomic Mini Series. It's actually a Volantex Mini Series. They're calling it the Atomic XS, so extra small. And this is probably about the smallest size boat you'd want to drive on a pond or a lake. Believe it or not, this is water cooled, and luckily it's completely ready to run. Okay, so we have our charger, our battery, our controller, it's all here. And it comes in at a really good price. Yes, it's very small, and it's kind of funny to go from this boat after that giant, almost as tall as I am, $700 RC boat. But I won't tell you to actually check this one out or buy it until we've driven it. So let's put it in the water and have some fun. Might even be hard to pull this in and see the seaweed. So we're getting a little grown up late in the season here, but we can still have some fun. And I hope it doesn't get stuck or anything because I don't want to ask Abby to go in the water today or myself.
I'm not going in the water, it's too cold.
Day. Now that has a strong right turn, so we have steering trim. We want to straighten that up. That is just stuck going right. So I'm just hitting left. There we go. Nice, that's not too bad. And now when I throttle up, it goes left. What? Okay, let's see. What's the problem here, little boat? Yeah, at low speed, it pulls right. At a higher speed, it pulls left. Oh, okay. Well, let's just drive it and see. Okay, there we go. Surprisingly, a little bit faster than I expected. For the scale that it is, it looks pretty fast, right? Oops. Now zoom out, Abby. In the grand scheme of things, that's kind of slow. But this is an XS, extra small. This is probably the smallest boat we've ever driven on this lake, in all fairness. It's water cooled, but is lacking some features like self-righting. This does not have self-righting, so if you flip it, you know, you're not flipping back over. And for such a small boat, that's kind of surprising. The battery does just sit in there loose, so that's a little surprising too. We're definitely hopping along the water. It's not a very smooth ride, but also the water's not very smooth today either. And I was surprised to see that usually boats in this size have a safety feature where you cannot throttle on until the boat touches the water. This one does not have that. It also doesn't have any lights. So I'll be honest with you guys, I forgot to check the price point of this before we jumped out here. So I'm going to make a guess, and I want you guys to tell me how close I was. If this boat isn't, let's say, I think $50 or less, it's not worth your money. But if it is under $50, then it might be worth considering for a kiddo or something like that. Let's see, Abby needs to take the controls for a second. I'll let it. It's weird, when I let off the throttle, it beeped. I don't know why it did that. It's strange. In case you didn't know, it is kind of chilly today. So Abby's all bundled up in her hoodie.
That's why if I don't sound happy today, it's because I have a hoodie on.
First day of the year. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Abby's famous bow nuts. And at least it can pull that off. You know, we have featured a ton of RC boats under $100 on the channel through the years that definitely outperformed this 100%. Not every boat is going to be a winner, but it's always a good day when we get to have some Abby bow nuts, right? Yeah. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
You just gonna let the battery run out like that?
I think I was interested to see how long people would watch me drive in a circle.
Well,
I mean, I can keep going.
Who's still here now?
If you're still here, let us know in the comments.
This one hops on the water really bad,
Good job
doesn't it?
if you made it through that.
I don't know what it is about this boat. When I saw it, I got excited, probably because the shape of the boat was very cool looking, but I think the performance is lacking a little bit. It gets it done, but like I said numerous times now, there's things that outperform this big time. And you know what we do need to do, Abby? Well, you're doing a range test, aren't you? That's not a good idea on a cold day like this. We need to do an RC Sailor famous water test. See if this has brought on any water.
Ready?
Yes, I am. You got to full throttle it and let it go right at the end. There you go. Nice, good job. All the trash.
All the trash. Pick up your trash, people.
I feel water in here. It's sloshing, and it's weird because this didn't go upside down or anything. Didn't get submerged. Oh yeah, see all that water? There's so much water that it just wants to, watch this. So I gotta hold my battery. Look how much is in there. I thought it looked like it was.
I couldn't even hold that much.
Honestly, it's not a great boat, and this is one that I wouldn't recommend anybody go buy this. I mean, it's kind of neat looking. At least it has telemetry.
The name I find kind of interesting because of the old Venom boats, the Atomic.
Right.
Atomic and the Atomic. Oh, I guess it's Atomic barbed wire,
but it's still Atomic.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times companies will steal successful names of things to try and.
That boat is long gone, I think.
The Atomic,
Sadly.
yeah, Venom. Venom, who makes batteries and chargers, used to be in charge of the Atomic barbed wire lineup, and then they stopped. I don't know. I think Spectrum Smart Batteries knocked them out a little bit.
I don't know.
The budget wasn't there, and so they stopped doing their barbed wires, although we still have most of those boats. This is definitely not one of those Venom Atomic boats. You know, most of the time, this is very rare for us to get in front of the camera and say a boat is bad. Boats are kind of easy to make good because they're so simple. Now, to have a high performance boat, it might not be easy, but to have a good hobby grade, lake ready boat, it's not too challenging, but this one is definitely struggling in pretty much every single way. So what we'll do is we will link this in the description box below for you guys to check out. Like I said, I want you to see the price point, right? Maybe you'll see a price drop after our video. Believe it or not, that does happen. In fact, Motion RC has dropped prices of things that we've had on the channel that we've said are bad because they're bad and they won't sell, so they drop the price. So if they drop it low enough, maybe it's worth it to you. But better than that, we'll link a good RC boat by that. And at the end of this video, we'll have a good boat popping up. But before we go, I want to say massive thanks to God for blessing us with a calm enough day with no rain. I know it's not beautiful weather like we've had all summer, but we still are blessed to jump in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys, and for that, I'm very grateful. I also want to say massive thanks to our Patreon supporters because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. And as I said, we'll have a great hand-picked under $100 RC boat just for you popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.